no need to be nervous. But that would be a good reason to smoke some weed.
Shit, I'll smoke some weed. I'm gonna be high for the rest of the week.
Damn, it's
I
like
ain't
that.
smoking. My tolerance is 0. I haven't smoked weed in God knows how long. It's about to be 2 whole years. And I stopped cold turkey. I just woke up like, I ain't doing this no more.
What was it about the weed that made you stop?
I was feeling sluggish AF.
Okay, it wasn't being productive. It was counterproductive.
Yeah, that's what it was getting to.
I got you. Yeah.
And also my tolerance was too fucking high.
Oh, it would take more?
Yeah, I was smoking like an eighth a day.
God dang. I mean, that's about what I'm right there. Yeah. All right, y'all. I am your host, Raw Skinny, Frankie Grimes, a.k.a. Brother Malcolm X3, a.k.a. Big Wave.
Big Wave?
I have a very special guest today on Live from the Kitchen, the interview series, and I'm going to let her introduce herself. How you doing today, man?
Hello.
Introduce yourself.
Everybody knows me as Nay. Serial entrepreneur, mom.
Yes.
I've been entrepreneuring around Baltimore for like damn near 10 years.
I'll say longer than that.
Almost 10. Yeah, you're right. Probably like 12. 12.
Well, I know Nay from when I used to co-own the incredible little art gallery or whatever the name was at the time. And then I stopped. But I kept in contact with Nay because I like the vibe, I like the energy and shit. You
Good
feel
people.
me? So yeah, and over time niggas just peek into each other's lives, see how the kids is doing, you know what I mean? See how the businesses is doing. But I've been wanting to interview you for a very long time. It's just distance has been
Time has aligned.
detriment. But now you are in town and you are at the Wave. Thank you for coming. We appreciate you.
Thank you for having
More
me.
air horns and applause. So what the fuck were you doing at the gallery, first of all?
I met Millie when I was working at Dovecote.
Mm-hmm.
So I had.
And that shit's still open, right?
No.
It's not open no more?
No.
Damn. I was gonna have air horns for them and all that shit. Shout out to them though.
Word. Those good people right there.
For sure.
Yeah, I met Millie when I was working at the gallery, so he just started inviting me to things, and then I wound up getting T-shirts from y'all at some point.
Okay.
For my nephew's first birthday, we did real crazy. And yeah, I just started poetry, the open mics.
I know you was on a couple podcasts with them and shit too, right?
No.
Nah, you didn't do any content with them?
No.
Okay.
No content. At that time, I wasn't even...
All right. My bad. I could have sworn you was on a podcast with that nigga.
No. No podcast.
He should have had you on a podcast. Shit. So, from back then, what made you want to branch off and get into business for yourself?
At the time, I was working corporate. So,
Okay.
I was a manager at CVS on Pratt Street.
Oh, shout out to being a manager.
I hated it. I hated it. It was very time consuming, and I just felt like it was more to me than that. Like I don't like people tell me what to do. I like to do the telling of what to do. So, I started working at the cafe, and then I was like, I'm good at a lot of stuff. So I just had to figure out what's what and narrow it down for real.
So what made you move from Baltimore to where you're at now?
Honest.
You don't have to get too honest. You can give me a vague answer if you want to.
So it was around the time for my children to start school.
Okay.
And I could not fathom Baltimore's education.
Shit, I understand that.
Like, I worked in the schools for probably like a year and a half when I was pregnant with my daughter. And I used to cry every single day.
Just from working?
Yeah, because I was working with fifth graders that couldn't read.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? It was
That's
real disheartening. And education is the number one for me. Like, you don't got to go to college. That's your preference. If you do, you do. You don't, you don't. But the basics of education was my common reason for moving.
So, for the sake of your kids' education, you said, fuck this. I
Facts.
gotta get the fuck out of here.
I wanted them to live a better life. I want them to be able to go outside. I don't have to be, it's gunshots, let's run.
Yeah.
I don't want to raise my kids like that.
Understood.
You know what I'm saying?
Who the fuck would?
Facts. So, Georgia was definitely the best place for me, entrepreneur-wise, too. Like, that played a major
Georgia,
part.
right? There's a lot of money in Georgia right now.
I left Baltimore and took off.
To the moon?
Almost.
What is it about Georgia that's so conducive to entrepreneurs?
It's like Black Beverly Hills.
Is it really? Because I haven't been there like recently.
That's what I always hear. Like when you
Black
go down
Beverly
there,
Hills?
it's just like
It's not even like in a sense, it's more so like it's Southern hospitality. If we gonna be real,
Amongst black people. Though.
amongst Black people,
Okay.
like you doing something that's lucrative to my business, they gonna put you on. Like you, so one of my business partners right now, our children went to the same school.
Okay.
And we wound up doing business together. We've been doing business ever since. Like,
Now, would you compare that to Baltimore, where people seem to be very what they say about Baltimore all the time, like the crabs in a barrel shit, crabs in a barrel mentality?
I love Baltimore.
Mm-hmm.
Baltimore is on its way. I just feel like some people have the mindset of it's money for me and me only, when it's more than enough money outside for everybody, because everybody don't do the same thing. It's so many different avenues to explore to obtain profits that you don't have to hold the next man to where you want them to be at.
So you feel like niggas be gatekeeping in a sense?
I wouldn't call it gatekeeping. I just feel like niggas don't want you to do better than them.
That's hating, bro.
it's the theory that like we kind of got at my job, where what you doing over there shouldn't affect. I should like I could be watching you do your thing. If you doing better than me, I shouldn't care.
Right.
As long as I'm doing what I'm supposed to do for me and I'm taking care of what I gotta take care of, I shouldn't be worried. I shouldn't be hating. I should be happy to see you doing good.
It should be a congratulatory effort. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's where I felt like, and my dilemma was, I do a little bit of everything, right? Coffee, consulting. So I feel like people put you in a bracket where it's like, oh, I see you shining right here. You should shine here only.
Yeah, I get that.
You know what I'm saying?
Too, yeah.
And that's, don't limit me.
Put you in a box.
Don't limit me.
Well, a lot of people tell me you stretch yourself thin when you consume a lot of spaces and you wear a lot of hats. You know what I'm saying?
But I feel like if you focusing on what you, like, I know for a fact I'm great at coffee and I'm great at consulting.
Right. Why can't a nigga be great at multiple things?
I also do hair on the side.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But that's not something I'm pushing. Like, I know I can do hair. I have certain clients where I do their hair. But outside of that, I'm well renowned. So I feel like it's a limiting thing in certain aspects, depending on who you talk to about it.
Okay, so tell me about your coffee.
House of Shalom. So House of Shalom is named after my mom. It's a family business.
That's fire. Black owned, baby.
Okay, period. I started drinking coffee when I was 5. I used to drink out my grandma cup while she would step away, go in the kitchen and do something, and she come back, her coffee is gone.
Gone.
Like, girl,
how old
where?
were you drinking coffee?
5.
God damn.
I started when I was 5.
I don't think that's healthy.
So my dad loved coffee too. My mom, she's a tea drinker. She's not really a coffee drinker.
Okay.
So she's a tea drinker. But yeah, it's a family thing. Like every day in my house, we wake up, round table, everybody drinking coffee, planning out our day, discussing business, what's what, who's who. And I just wanted to explore the avenues of coffee, because a lot of coffee farmers, they're not paid what they're worth.
Okay, tell me about
So
it.
we could get into the agricultural fact of it.
I'm not versed in the agriculture of
So
coffee.
most coffee farmers are paid pennies on the dollar.
Where's most coffee, like
South
farmers?
America,
Okay.
Africa, Indonesia, anywhere tropic, you can find coffee. Coffee will thrive.
Sounds like a lot of third world shit,
Facts.
possibly too.
That's a fact.
Okay.
That's a fact.
So that means it's probably run by cartels and shit like that.
It's motherfuckers though, in them type of places, it's whoever got the most money
Yeah.
kind of dictate.
But
That's what's-
honestly,
Because they got the land to
it's more
facilitate
on a
that shit, too.
generational kind of,
Like passing it
because
down. Nepotism.
yes,
Yeah.
absolutely. And like one of my friends, she like my little sister. Shout out to TT. She went to Columbia, and at the time I was looking for a direct connect because when you source through third party, you pay more.
Yeah.
So I was looking for a direct connect, and I already have a couple roasters in my pocket. She went to Columbia, and she works in TV production, and they did one of those reality dating shows, and they did a coffee segment. She wound up linking me to the farmer,
That's fine.
so we've been in doing business ever since. But yeah, I get coffee from Colombia, Mexico, Africa. And there's one other place I can.
How many different flavors do you have?
I have 4 main flavors. So the art of my coffee is that and don't y'all steal my stuff. Don't. Don't. So the coffee.
Disclaimer out.
For real, please. So the unique thing about my coffee is I took the art of coffee and put herbs in it. Cinnamon.
Okay.
Spices, herbs and spices.
Okay, so don't tell the combination.
Oh, never. I'm never giving up the recipe.
What's the 4 joints though?
Baltimore's brew, of course.
Okay. Shout
I
out
got-
to Baltimore's, bro.
Period. Madison Strive.
Okay.
I have.
It's my dog, boo.
It's okay. I got 2 pits. I love them girls.
Shout out to the dogs.
3712, and I'm working on a custom called 396 Coupe de Ville.
Okay.
So, I have 3 main brews that I have, and then I work on seasonals as well.
Excellent. And you also, hold up, you accent the coffee with other things as well, right? Mm-hmm. Could you tell us about that?
So the herbs, it just enhances the flavor, depending on where the coffee is from.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a palate girl, so I'll play with the flavors until I get something that I like.
How long does it usually take for you to come up with a flavor?
My first flavor, it took me 3 months to get the recipe down pat.
Damn. So what you just making combinations each morning,
So
I really fuck with that.
my ideal method is to choose a bean,
Okay.
right?
Start with the bean.
A source on where it's from. Depending on where it's from is where the flavor comes from,
Interesting.
right? So I'll give you Africa in a sense. My African coffee has a fruity back end, so it gives fruit and nut. So it's you'll get a little hazelnut kind of vibe, but it's no hazelnut in it. It just depends on where the bean is grown.
So it could be like a hazelnut supplement.
Right.
If that's the flavor you
And then
like.
you have
Okay.
some that's on the fruity side where it's sweet and tart at the same time. So I knew where I choose the brew first on where I want it to be from. And then I play with the herbal aspect of it to perfect the recipe.
Okay. And you need to take that shit on fucking Shark Tank. Or something. Get this shit popping.
Me and my dad. Shout out to my dad.
To my knowledge, it's not a bunch of black-owned coffee companies. You know what I'm saying? And then that's a market niggas wouldn't even think about jumping into.
I tell you no lie. Estimated 2026, coffee is going to be $1 billion industry.
I mean, I'm pretty sure. You don't think it is now?
It is, but not to where it's merchandising, T-shirts
that
and
shit
things
gonna
like
blow
that.
up like that?
It's gonna blow because it's now people are traveling more. So it's, you kind of, if you into it, you into it. Like, I did American Sesh. I attended American Sesh in January. It was probably like 350 entrepreneurs there. Out of all the entrepreneurs that were there, it was only 3 of us in the coffee industry.
Damn. Yeah.
Only 3 of us in the coffee industry. And one girl, she was more so on the cafe side, the food and beverage side, rather than the direct coffee.
Well, all 3 of y'all black?
Yes.
Okay, that's fine.
Yes.
Shout out to the black girl.
Yes. And shout out to Bridging the Gap Coffee in Alabama. Black male-owned coffee company in Alabama.
Did they pay you for that plug?
No, but we
gotta talk business.
We the connect. He the connect. So.
All right, shout out to the plug.
Okay.
You feel me? Shout out to the plug, y'all.
So it's just like I like being like Southern hospitality go different. You know what I'm saying? Like if I know I'm low, like his coffee is Kenyan based. I also have a Kenyan coffee. So
Okay.
I know if I'm in need and I can't get to my people, that's somebody that I can
That's another supply
call.
chain.
You know what I'm saying? So,
What's your favorite thing about creating your blends?
the time it takes,
Really? Why is that?
because it's family time.
Okay, you and
I'm
Pop.
very family oriented. Like that means more to me than anything in the whole entire world.
Did you grow up around family?
Absolutely.
Okay.
I come from a blended family. Like my parents haven't been together since I got here, Earthside. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, and they're both married to separate people, and you can ask him. Like we all get together. My mom recently got
functions.
married. Like we all round the table. It's no animosity. It's no negativity. It's
Wait a
how
minute.
how
No
are we
animosity.
thriving? I swear.
Ain't no static. You ain't seeing no static. Huh? Not even off to the side.
It's-
And like, come on, bro. Let me
My
talk
mother
to you for
is a
second.
peace and love matriarch. Okay, she not tolerating bullshit
Okay.
at all.
That's
so
very different from.
we're in a
lot of people's
mindset of
family
how can we
trends.
multiply and generationally set everybody up. All
that's how it
all
should
that
be.
emotional shit, put that shit.
Yeah, I feel like
Not
that's,
accepted.
That's how I am now with family, but a lot of people ain't like that, bro.
Yeah.
Very different mindsets. How do you balance entrepreneurship and motherhood since you're so family oriented?
Woo! Honestly, my kids been hustling with me since they got here.
Okay.
I'm gonna keep it real. Like, a part of me moving to Georgia was because I needed support. I wasn't able to. I don't like taking my children everywhere I go
Okay.
in a work aspect.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, moving to Georgia set me up where I'm able to be here and there with my parents. And I know they safe, they cool. I don't got to spend no extra money on somebody to, look after them and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
But if it's kid friendly, I'm including my kids. We got a good balance going, I'm still ironing out a few kinks.
Do you think they're gonna get into business like you
Oh yeah, they want to be entrepreneurs.
already? You see it?
Absolutely. My daughter wants a toy store right now.
I mean, she could have one.
You know who our mother is? We getting samples as we
That's
speak.
what- yeah.
Like, as we speak, we working on samples. And my son, he's really into like dinosaurs and stuff.
Yeah.
So
Can he draw shit like that?
he
Artistic.
draw a little.
Yeah.
He into drawing like, you remember Zen, that cartoon we had growing up?
Zen.
What is his?
Alien?
Yes,
Oh, yeah.
he draws things like that.
Zen the alien. You know Zen the alien?
It's creative Zen. What is
What
that?
channel it came on?
Hold on, let me Google
Sound
it.
like some Cartoon
Let me
Network
Google
shit.
it. It is. It was on Cartoon Network.
I don't know too many Cartoon Network joints, bro. I think I was in the streets at that point.
Not you showing your age.
Motherfucking Chowder. I know Chowder. Squidbillies. That was my shit. What else, yo?
I can't remember his, but it's definitely like aliens. He's into. My son is really into.
Beta Zen, that's what it was called.
Yes.
All right.
He's into like dinosaur, anything galactic.
Yeah.
And
Sound like he into
fossils.
like big shit.
Okay, he love him a dinosaur. He can
He
name
like
every single.
Godzilla, shit like that.
Godzilla is cool, but he really into T-Rex, raptors,
He watched
any
Jurassic
saurus.
Park and shit.
Yes. Yes.
I just gotta see Jurassic Park.
Yes.
That's a classic one.
He loves that.
What's his favorite dinosaur movie?
His favorite. He don't have a favorite
Don't have a
dinosaur movie. My son don't have favorites.
Okay.
But he has a favorite. Like when it comes to shows and things, he watch anything. Like as long as it's pertaining to dinosaurs and things like that.
Does he have a favorite dinosaur?
He does.
Which one?
It's a Brachiosaurus.
What the fuck is a Brachiosaurus? Which one is that?
I'm gonna show you.
I just knew it was gonna be like Stegosaurus.
Nah.
Hard body.
When I tell you, we be spending money on dinosaurs.
While you find that, I seen the trailer for the new Gladiator. This nigga came out with a fucking rhinoceros, bro. You seen that shit? I was amazed. Shout out to Denzel making things happen. Watch this be the long neck nigga
It
and shit.
absolutely is.
Don't eat nothing but leaves and shit. I know, yo.
It absolutely is.
This fucking guy.
But he's definitely the dinosaur. My daughter, she loves dolls.
I feel like your favorite dinosaur tells a lot about you. It seems like he's a peaceful child.
Till he not. He don't start trouble.
Laid back.
He is. He don't start trouble. But if you want the trouble, he gonna give it to you. He is mama child for sure.
All right, real quick, since I'm clearly geeking, I'm gonna get to my geeking portion now. This question, I always ask people that come through for an interview a random ass question.
Okay.
Right? And it's a house question.
Okay.
It used to be, what's your favorite Wesley Snipes movie? But you can answer that too if you want to. But I changed it. Because last night I watched Vampire in Brooklyn. And don't mind my chair sagging right now.
It's okay.
Just a technical default. Bad hydraulics. So with that being said, what is your favorite Eddie Murphy movie?
I'm gonna go with Norbit.
Yo.
I love Norbit. I know word for word. It's crazy. I love Norbit.
That's the last movie I thought you would have picked.
What? Norbit is funny as hell.
You like Pootie Tang too?
Pootie Tang was cool.
Pootie Tang is hilarious.
Why'd
I see where your sense of humor is.
But y'all gotta watch Beverly Hills Cop 4.
The newest one? No, I watched it with
Amazing.
Ash the other night. This shit was fire.
It was good. It was really good. It's on
action,
Netflix.
The action scenes were a little deceptive in the sense of I don't believe Eddie Murphy doing all that shit, but it was cool.
Yeah.
And I like the callbacks. Had my nigga Surge up in there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
All the old people was in it.
Yeah.
I appreciated the father-daughter.
I knew you was gonna say that, bro. This nigga just family.
That's the second time I've heard that today, though.
I appreciated the father-daughter
That was my
aspect.
least favorite part.
Really?
Yes, because
Tell me why.
because I didn't like the actress that played the daughter. I thought she did a bad job.
Really? I really think that's how the dynamic of it can get.
I'm not.
She always play a snooty role.
Does she really? Because I've never seen her in anything.
Who is it?
I don't know.
I forget her name. I know her face.
They say she in one of Kendrick videos or something.
But she always
I know, that's what I said. Right?
she plays a snooty role often.
All right, well, it was a dope movie though.
My favorite Wesley Snipes movie.
Is Jane his daughter?
Yeah.
Yes, Jane Saunders.
What's the actress that plays Jane?
Taylor Page.
Taylor who?
I've seen her and stuff before, but I couldn't tell you what I seen her.
Shout out to Keith Sellers. She says, "Get it, baby girl. You are awesome."
That's my mother.
Shout out to the
Hey,
chat.
Mom.
Hey, what's up, Mama?
That's my bonus,
We heard
Mama.
a lot about you. Oh, this ain't okay. Never mind.
That's my bonus,
Take it back.
Mom. That's
Shout
my
out to
daddy
bonus
wife.
moms.
And I don't think I sent my mama the link. I'm gonna be honest.
So I think I already know the answer to this question, but I'm gonna answer it anyway.
Okay.
What is the most fulfilling part of your life right now?
I have a few.
Okay.
Wesley Snipes is New Jack City. I'm gonna be honest.
Of
with
course, as it should be.
Real
Shout
black,
out to the CMB
okay?
Wave Gang.
You. My favorite aspects.
Classic.
My favorite aspects right now, for sure, is motherhood.
Okay. Shout out to all the black moms.
Man, superheroes, okay?
Positive black moms.
Okay? And I'm going to say entrepreneurship.
Okay.
I never in my... You know how, like, you speak something over yourself, but never really... I never doubted where I was going to go, right? I just felt like it was going to take massive time.
Yeah, I know that feeling.
So it's like walking in things that I prayed for in 2019, I'm living right now.
Okay.
Is like the best feeling ever. It's not impossible. You know what I'm saying? Very much attainable.
So, what inspires you?
Shit. It's something different every day. Something different every day.
Okay, what do you tend to draw inspiration from then?
Living a black ass luxury life. I'm be real. I'm be real with you. Okay. That's it. I hate the stigma around black people always gotta work hard. Like we gotta overexert ourselves to get what we really want to grasp in life. Like, it's plan that shit out and do it. It's not impossible.
I feel like a lot of black people don't have financial knowledge, so they don't know how to take advantage of some of the things that, you know.
But it's so many free resources.
They don't even know about the free resources though,
and we got to do better.
Why do you think that is though? Like, why do you think that people don't seek out the information as much as they should?
Because they don't know where to go. I didn't know where to start.
So, where did you start?
I started working under people who was where I wanted to be at that time.
Okay.
Because somebody's always ahead of you. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Like, not even in a competitive way, but all the places you'll go, somebody been there already.
So you started working under people that were kind of, in a sense, where you could see yourself being in the future.
Yeah.
Okay.
All the people I started working under was financially free.
What do you mean financially free, though?
And I don't mean rich in the aspect of, like, money.
Mm-hmm.
As long as my bills is taken care of and I could wake up and maintain, I'm cool.
That's financially free to you?
That I could wake up and do whatever the fuck it is that I want to do?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
The freedom aspect of it, I think we tie too much. People don't realize money is a tool. Right. As much as it's kind of a necessity, but you got to change your mindset. Because when you think about things you need, you in a lack mindset. I lack money. I lack this. I lack that. When you really don't lack anything, you just haven't accessed the physical portion of it yet.
Yeah, and you're always wanting and shit.
Instead of being grateful for what you have, so that the universe can be like, wow, you're really enjoying this. Watch how good it can get now.
Yeah. And that wanting shit takes a lot of brain power and energy.
Bro. Yeah, it's too much.
Always thinking about some shit you want. Shout out to New Jack City as well.
Facts.
All right. Tell me about SG Solutions.
That is our family's baby. So SG Solutions is a consulting firm. My dad and my bonus mom, they come from an admin background. Mm-hmm. So the whole purpose of SG Solutions is placing entrepreneurs in a space of expansion.
Okay. Rather
than you worrying about the day-to-day on a tip of like, oh, I got to do this, I got to do that. People don't like to hire.
Right.
You're not going to get where you going being a one-show kind of person. You need a team. Like, you have to get you a team. Even if it's a 2-person team. Mm-hmm. It alleviates a load somewhere. Excuse me. So, SG Solutions, we provide admin support. I help entrepreneurs set their business up on automation so that you're not like, and a lot of people don't know that, like on Instagram, if somebody hits you to be on a podcast, you can set it up where it automatically respond. You don't have to go in there and be like, hey, I'll get back to you in 24 to 48 hours. Right. You know what I'm saying? It's
shout
technology.
Out to automated responses.
Okay? Technology is advancing to the point where you need to make it work for you. Make it work for you. And a lot of people don't know that. So that's what we do. Email management, calendar management, automation is my biggest push for entrepreneurs because
why do you feel I blanked out real quick.
Automation.
I'm about to say automation. Why do you feel like that's so important to entrepreneurs right now?
Because
is it a time thing?
Yes. It takes away from your productivity. If I'm worried about replying to a DM and I'm roasting, I'm liable to burn, but I'm roasting.
Okay, humor me though. Let's say I'm a potential client.
Okay.
And you're telling me about automation.
Okay.
And my counter is, yes, I can automate things, but the time it takes me to automate is equal to the time it would take me to do it in real time.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. The time it takes you to do it in real time, you could be doing sign-outs. Be for real.
Okay. What I'm saying is, let's say I want to automate a whole day worth of shit, right? It's going to take me probably like...
A day worth of shit like what? What's like,
if I'm a content creator and I want to do a day's worth of clips...
Now you're talking my language.
It's going to take me a while.
No. Most content creators batch create. They shooting everything in one day.
Right.
I'm taking one day to set out 10 hours.
And don't give them too much.
To get 30 days worth of work.
Okay, you feel like...
And I know people that do it.
Okay. I'm going to fall back. Because I could talk about that shit all day.
Nah, send the next question. It's getting good.
Okay, so you feel like... What'd you say? 1 day is equal to 10 days, right?
You could do 30 days worth of work in 1 day.
No, I feel like 1 day's worth of content isn't going to facilitate 30 days worth of clips on the back end.
Insane. Yes, it will.
Those clips are going to get stale, bro.
No, it's not.
If your content is topical content.
If you plan from top to bottom what you're doing, and I mean outfit, clip, behind the scenes, all the wild shit you gonna say, probably changing clothes, everything.
Okay, you're talking about super produced formatted content.
Absolutely.
Then. Okay, I got you.
You ain't going half-ass it if you. I hope you're not a content creator half-assing your product.
No, it's a lot of different ways to produce your content in the space right now. So I feel like what you're saying in a sense, production-wise, would be more akin to like how a television show was produced. And then on the back end, yes, if you did it like that, you would have extended clips and all that kind of shit because you, like you said, you already knew what you wanted to do from the jump. I do see it in that sense. So, yeah, I would agree with you. Fonzie, what you got to say?
I was about to say, as long as it's not like the stuff you're doing not based around current events.
Exactly.
Cool.
But that's where you mixing your other shit at. You see what I'm saying?
You just hit something real quick because you already got a clip loaded. If some current event shit you want to get in pop, let me hit this real quick. I done already got the clip loaded, so I got time to jump in and do it.
But think about pushing the current clip amongst everything else you playing. You packed out for 30 days. It's no time for anything to get stale. Because by the time next week come, I'm dropping the next outfit. It's 4 weeks in a month.
Why do you think there isn't an emphasis on more female hosted like podcasts and shit?
I could be honest. Yeah. I think because women are not in a space where we gonna get on the podcast talking about sex all day. And that's not what people, I hate this, but it's such a fucking heavy stigma. Women are always sexualized. So then when they get on podcasts talking about books, they don't get no views and shit.
Okay. That makes sense. Like the most popular women
But
podcast
if she go online talking about some raunchy shit, then everybody's tuned in.
That's the most popular women's podcast. Little white girl talking about raunchy shit.
I seen one, the girl said, I don't use washcloths. And that shit had 1 million views. And I'm like, what? What you mean? She's like, yeah, I wash with my hand and I wash with my hand and body wash. That shit got 1.5 million views.
Ew, yo, no, I'm sorry. Ew, her hand and body wash, not even bar soap.
No, her hand and body wash.
Where the fuck is niggas washing with body wash and no washcloth or loofah and shit, bro? I ain't never heard no shit like
but
that.
But it's
man.
stuff like that get views.
I can see why that got 1 million. That's foul, fam. They
You
probably
see
let
what
her
I'm
up
saying?
in the comments.
But
then you got...
She's saying just to say, to get the million views.
No, they was dead serious, and they was dead.
Integrity is a big thing. I would hope niggas ain't just saying that shit to be saying. Like, that's some wild shit.
And then she went into the scientific fact about it, like, oh, having a washcloth is disgusting, whatever. Like,
yeah, if you ain't washing that shit and changing it out, right?
And change it out. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. But that's the type of stuff that get attention. If a black woman, like, my favorite podcaster is Social Proof.
Okay.
Donnie and Dave. Appreciate them. But that's what I like. I like to be in a learning aspect of podcasting. Like, I want to learn something. I don't want to sit around and talk about love and cheating and I don't.
Yeah.
Absolutely not.
It gets real negative.
Right.
Real quick.
And I want to be in a space where I'm always learning. I like to learn. I like to read. Literally, I took my book out my purse this morning.
Shout out to books.
I walk around with books and notepads. Like, that's just the type of time I'm on.
You still write shit in pads and shit?
Don't play with me.
About to pull it out?
Don't play with me.
Say less.
I walk around with a notebook.
Say less.
Like, that's just who I am. So it's like, for me, in a podcast aspect, I'm more inclined to listen to a podcast where you either introducing me to someone, something like this, or I'm learning something. I listen to Jay Shetty. He teach you how to regulate your emotions. Like, calm the fuck down. Everything don't need a reaction, is what he's saying in a nicer sense. You know what I'm saying? But that's the things that intrigue me.
Would your consulting firm take on a client like that, though?
Like Jay Shetty?
No, like on the counter, like a very sexualized, let's say three host woman podcast.
I'm not leaving no money on the table.
Business is business at the end of the day.
At the end of the, if that's what you like, I love it.
Okay.
It doesn't have to be my preference for me to do business with you. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. As long as we morally align, I'm fine.
But I don't think you would morally align. That's why
I'm not getting on the podcast. I'm just running the back end. I'm totally behind the scenes.
All right. What if their message they was promoting was like some city girl shit? Like, you know.
You like it, I love it.
As long as you paying. Let's keep the relationship going. All right. I ain't mad at you now.
Because a lot of people, but be for real though, a lot of people who get on podcasts and talk like that, that's not
who they really are.
You ain't gonna walk up to her in the street and she like raunchy. Half of them, some of them be shy. Let's really get into it.
I don't know, bro. Nowadays, these women are very bold with their personalities in that sense.
I appreciate the boldness. Be who you are.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? By all means, I don't want nobody to tailor anything for me. For if you tailor nothing that causes disruption internally, I'm gonna be okay with. Cause I'm not disrupting internal peace for nobody.
Okay.
Be who you are.
So no religious podcast.
You just have your preference. You know what I'm saying? My preference is my preference. Just because we don't have the same preferences don't mean we don't align in business. It's supply and demand.
I'm fucking with you. What else was I about to ask you? No, I think I'm good on the consultant. I might even have to tap in with y'all for real. We could definitely use a lot of help over here at the MDMALifestyleWAVE LLC.
Listen.
Just saying, man.
Come on board.
Why'd you stop doing your podcast?
I knew this question was coming. Honestly, I started my podcast in a weird time frame in my life. And I really didn't think as much people listened to it as they did. I'm going to be so honest.
Okay.
Until I stopped.
So you underestimated yourself.
I did. When I stopped, where's the next drop? Like,
did you kind of not know what to do with that?
I didn't want to get on a podcast and be a nagging, crying woman. And that's why I stopped.
Is that how you felt? You were
At the time.
Okay.
When I started my podcast, my podcast was geared towards empowering women to just be who you are. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's okay to feel what you want to feel. But I felt like at the time I was really overwhelmed with my personal. And I didn't want it to spill into my messages where it was me showing up as a person I never been before, which probably would have made it blow.
No, I know exactly what you mean.
You know what I'm saying? It probably, like, people, to this day, people like, yo, when you coming back? When you coming back? And I do want to come back. I'm actually working on something to come back. But it won't be solely me. It'll be a balance of energies. But I just didn't want to be online. Like, I'm very... Reputation is my thing.
Understood.
You know what I'm saying? So, I couldn't place myself in that predicament.
And that shit is always there.
And it probably would have blew, like, because people need it. But I just didn't want to be relatable in that sense.
Okay, I understand.
I'm also very fucking private, quite contrary to what it may appear online.
Yeah, it's very hard to balance your personal privacy.
Yeah.
When you make content.
And when you have a podcast, it's like people are intrusive. So from the little segments I did put out, and then when my personal life happened, everybody's like, "You gonna tell us what's going on?"
Yeah.
And I'm like, "Fuck no,
fuck out of here, buddy."
Like, what? So in that sense is why I pulled back. But I'm definitely working on something to come back. I just want it to be lucrative and positive.
Definitely got to be worthwhile.
It has to be. There's no way around it.
Tell me about your nonprofit.
The nonprofit I have with my mom. My mom was a teenage mom.
Okay.
She had me at 16. So we do a lot of work with, like, shelters and, like, giving back.
That's dope.
And probably, I think I did my first solo pay it forward event where we fed like 70 homeless people.
Yeah.
Thanksgiving 2021.
Okay.
Maybe 2022.
Just giving back and shit.
Yeah, so and rest in peace to Chef Javon of Fifth Element Catering.
Okay, rest in peace.
He just recently passed away in April, but it was just something I did with my nonprofit in New York growing up. Like, my mother is very big on giving back to the community. Family oriented, of course. So very community based. I love community work. And I wanted to do it here. Like, we would always, so my godmother and my mother, they both have their own businesses. But we would set up and do Thanksgiving in the projects in New York. You know what I'm saying? At a recreation center.
Yeah.
The whole community come out. We send flyers. It's catered. It's decorated to the T. And I wanted to do something in Baltimore. At the time, I had Dovecote and with 2 other women. And I just shot him the idea. Like, I was like, yo, I wanna give back to the community. And he was like, how? And I was like, well, this is what I'm used to doing around this time. He's like, all right, cool. I'm making this, this, and this. I'm like, bet. I'm going to make this. I had hit up Be More Tasty. She is a health and fitness influencer in Baltimore.
Hey, shout out.
Love her. That's my girl, Hazel. I hit her up. She came. It was just a whole community-based event. Like, White Lock Farm participated. Okay. Everybody participated, and we fed the homeless. Like, we had drivers dropping off meals and things like that. So it was a great time. Like,
that's awesome.
That's my thing. I love community work.
Shout out to giving back to the
For
community.
Sure.
All right, Mama, I ain't going to take up too much more of your time, but I did have one last question for you.
What's the last question?
And then after that, I give you like 5 minutes, and the guests can ask me whatever they want. Okay?
Perfect.
So, how do you feel about the current state of urban culture in America?
We need more credit.
Oh, shit.
Give us our credit.
You was ready.
Give us our credit.
What you mean by that, though?
I feel like minorities make America. And everything we do, they want to do it too. It's literally copy and paste. And we're never accredited for the style, the rhythm, the dances. Like, you could go on Instagram, let's use TikTok. TikTok is what, like 4 years old?
Yep.
And all the black people, all the urban cultures come up with all the dances and all of that. And then they steal it.
Shit like that.
They steal it.
Give it to the little Asian kids.
You know what I'm saying? They steal it, and then it's like, okay, then the person who created it is online fighting for their life, literally.
Yeah.
Like, give me my credit. No, you get nothing. Like, it's crazy. Black people, we really fashion, cooking.
That made me think about the TikTok documentary I seen on Netflix.
It's a documentary?
It's a doco.
What?
So the people that dance, right? This shit is bad, man. The people that dance are held in like content houses and shit.
TikTok houses.
But them shits be like cults, bro. They can't leave. They can't talk to their family.
What you mean?
All they do is dance and
record all day.
And do content.
And make content and pray.
You sign
with the cult and shit
you sign
all
one
day.
Of them content niggas.
So and then they get boys and girls and they make them couples and shit and they marry them and I'm telling you it's big business, bro. Yeah, they got them on contracts, but these niggas get endorsements and shit. You feel me? So the one dancing nigga had the Sprite deal and shit, but they getting like
they getting the money.
Yeah, like it's crazy. You gotta watch that shit. It's on Netflix, y'all.
I'ma watch it.
Yeah, you gotta watch this.
That's insane.
Death row.
That's a contract nobody needs, yo. Because what?
Sign your life. I mean your name.
I'm thrown. I didn't even know that. Now I seen the I love TikTok. I'm be honest. Like, if any social media gets majority of my time, it's TikTok.
Okay.
It's rabbit holes in there for days.
Facts.
Now, I didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah, bro. Treat them niggas like indentured slaves.
Now, I knew they had the houses because you know, like some of them live in group houses and they create content, right? But I didn't know it was beyond that. Like, in my head, you know how you and your friends link up like, yo, we gonna get a spot, you know? Like, nobody got kids. That's what I was thinking.
I'm with you. But do the knowledge, right? We're going to do the knowledge. Now, when you see that shit, where's usually at? Someplace real nice,
yeah,
right?
like Cali. They somewhere
got the money to get this house at from the jump.
And that's the fact.
Mansion.
Now, I did think, now that was a thought, like, all right.
That's what
I did think because the houses is lavish. If you go from, they be making videos in a little apartment, then they go to the thing. So in my mind, I'm like, all right, y'all got y'all TikTok money. You like, you know what? Fuck it, gang. We get a spot.
Nope.
I didn't know that.
They got snatched the fuck up. Like, it's stopped.
Come sign the death row. We
Come
gonna put you
sign.
up in the mansion.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Little
So
Asian-
is this like
They got like group
We gonna
names,
buy you
all that
cars.
shit.
how long is the documentary?
It's like 3 parts.
Okay. Now my question is this like public relation code, or is it like sign this contract for this money code?
Yeah, bro. So this how they get it off. When you dance and you good, people get to know you and stuff, right? So they scout you.
Okay.
So what they do is they send one of the homies to you. Little boy, if you a girl, little boy, little attractive little boy, he start coming over because he danced too. Y'all
So now
start
we
doing
online.
routines together. Now he at the crib spending the summer there, right? This how the documentary go. He spent the summer with the family, right? Next thing you know, they in a relationship, right? When the summer over, he like, all right, bet I gotta go back to Cali where I really stay, and that's with this pastor and shit.
A pastor?
A pastor.
Like
I stay with the
Can
pastor.
I get an amen? Okay.
Little Asian fella.
Okay.
So I stay with the pastor, his wife, and his family at his complex and shit, right? So
So they got
I
compound.
was about to say on the compound.
on the compound. So he like, since we're in a relationship now, why don't you come back with me and meet him they really good peoples. They make really good
So they
food.
getting jumped in, basically.
So shorty go back, sit down for dinner, and they record everything. So homeboy would be in there praying over the food, and he'd be like, yeah, we got Rebecca with us. Rebecca, tell us your deepest, darkest secrets right now.
At the dinner table.
In front of everybody. Right? So they start to strip you down emotionally. It's all psychological, you feel me? And whole time...
That's coercion.
It is. Whole time, homeboy, if you feel some type of way at the end of the shit, homeboy right there like, nah, it's all, they good peoples. They good people. You know, these my people. They good peoples. Before you know it, shorty ain't even going home, yo.
I'm blown away. Because I would have never thought of it. Like, literally in my
That
mind,
shit
I'm thinking
is
like, yo.
crazy. Had the family outside the compound like, yo.
Let me tell you, and it's a fact. If ever, I know my parents coming to get me. They gonna blow that motherfucker up.
Fozzie, come get me, bro.
Understand me?
You know that ain't me, bro.
I be looking like, yo, you'll watch a little nigga on YouTube and shit for a few months.
Mm-hmm.
You'll be looking, you'll be like, oh, all right, then you'll look at the crib get a little nicer, the room he in a little nicer.
Get a little jewelry
the
and
equipment
shit.
and shit he using a little nicer.
Yeah.
Like, he know a lot of shit I watch be music
The
shit.
cuts
I be like,
clean
yo,
on the videos and
niggas,
shit.
yeah, I'm like, oh, these shit getting a lot nicer. Okay. That's how that shit be happening.
Yo, in my head though, I'm really in a sense where it's like, I would have never thought about it being a cult. More so like, oh, I'm streaming. Because look how much niggas make off of streaming.
That was the last thing. So he has the church, right? But all that dancing shit is a production company. And like Fonzie said, he got all them niggas signed.
Hey, listen.
And he the agent.
Listen,
death row.
I'm not going to knock the avenue of production, okay?
He getting money.
That part. Production going to make you some money. But it's the cult part for me. Like...
Hey.
Because the thing about it is for him to be able to pimp you on the business end, he already got to be in your head.
Yeah.
So if he's already in your head and
but
you
that
trust
explains
him,
put it all on the table.
That's where the pimping. That's where all of the pimping on the business side. Because it's
think
like
about extortion. Anybody you extort, you got the lock and the key.
Hold on, that's the slickest part, right? So yeah, he get 10% from being your agent, right? But don't forget it's religion too. So he get the 20 ties. You feel me? Then it's the offering. Then it's another ties. Like he in them niggas' pockets.
And you gotta pay for production because production ain't
all
free.
that shit they paying for
church,
too.
it's tax free.
Yeah.
Or his end.
All right, but you know what? If you think about the business aspect of it, though, every lucrative business got a nonprofit.
Oh, it's masterful from a business sense.
Every lucrative business got a nonprofit. I'm just saying,
So
IJS.
He's just the first nigga that did it. That's all, yo.
So
if I can sign a TikTok, niggas, you feel me? And every little deal every deal that comes their way, I get a piece of it. I got them staying up in the crib. I'm feeding them.
But that's an art, though.
Niggas cars and shit. It's like a record deal. I go get these little niggas cars. I go get them some chains. I go get them some hell styles. That shit them niggas wearing now. Had these niggas dripped out.
The vets and shit.
You feel what I'm saying? Go get you a Hellcat.
Bro.
But on the same
living better than the
token,
rappers and shit.
on the same token, though, that's kind of genius.
That's what I said. It's masterful.
Gotta give it to him.
Shout out to that man, but nah.
I don't agree with the cult part.
All right, you got 5 minutes to ask me whatever you want,
All right.
and I gotta answer it. That's
Anything?
yeah.
Okay, cool. What made you branch off and go solo? I came with that heat.
Luckily, yeah. Luckily, don't nobody know what the fuck you talking about, right? So, between me and you, what had happened
In a
was,
pod, but yeah.
what had happened was, I started asking.
You know when black people say what had happened was, it's about to be some shit?
I started asking financial questions,
Okay.
and people started to get uncomfortable.
You.
And then how do I say that? Something happened.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm pretty sure people wanted to blame someone around me for it. And I didn't like that because I know for a fact ain't nobody had nothing to do with shit. And it was some real minor shit. But
the minor shit be breaking the back all the time. That be the straw.
I mean, I guess. And then I guess I just had a different vision than that art gallery at that time. So I dipped.
Makes sense.
Yep.
It was the middle finger for me. Intentionality goes
no,
crazy.
Everything is cool. Everybody loves everybody, man.
Nah, for real. And sometimes it happens that way.
And I'm definitely happy I made that move.
Who's your favorite artist right now?
That's a good question. Damn, Fonzie. Who's my favorite artist right now, bro?
I get to ask him questions too?
Nah, but I'm asking him because that nigga would know. Shit. Probably this nigga TheMDMALifestyleWAVE. He's been putting out
He
a lot
local?
Nah, fuck no. I don't really listen to local.
Okay.
If it's local, I don't know.
Okay.
I don't listen to anybody. I'm sorry. Yeah, shout out TheMDMALifestyleWAVE.
He a rapper?
And Young Thug.
Free him?
Yes.
Free Thug.
A lot of slime recently.
That trial, hilarious.
Yes, it is. Did the judge get recused or no?
I'm not sure. Okay. I haven't watched it in a
That's
while.
the last thing I seen.
The last thing I watched was Woody. That is a funny guy. Okay. That is a funny guy.
My favorite shit with that was when the
You been keeping up with segments?
Yeah.
All right, what's your favorite segment?
Of the Woody shit?
Yes.
When he fired the lawyer that snitched on him for the ex parte.
Okay.
I forget what the fuck he said, but that shit was fucking hilarious, yo.
I think my favorite segment was every time she got up on him and started talking, and he would start going like this. and then she'd back up.
Yeah.
And then he'd put it down. And then she'd walk back up on him, get the talking. He go.
Yo, Woody was a character, bro.
And the other one, she was like, why you keep shrugging your shoulders? That nigga was like, they my shoulders. I felt that on so many levels.
You do all that goofy shit up there on the stand. If you get found, if you gotta go to jail for anything, they're putting you in the mental jail.
You see what I'm saying?
He's going for that. That's
just like
when you see when you know the play, you know the play.
Think that's the play,
yo, but look at the other nigga. What's his name? What's the other nigga who was in there? He was on there and he kept doing that shit with his neck, and they kept talking to him. That nigga was like, and I was like, oh, he really in character, because you could look at him and tell he not slow.
I look at that shit completely different now.
To send me to the, like, yo, if you here and you do some shit, yo, send me to reprint before you send me to the joint.
I don't know, bro. Because
if they find him mentally incapable, that's how it's gonna go. That's how it's gonna go.
His testimony should be inadmissible in the first fucking place, yo.
If I'm the defense, that's the, like, yo, get this goofy nigga out of here.
All right, Nay, I'll give you one more question before we get the fuck out of here.
All right. Where you going?
To the fucking past the moon. We going past the moon.
Period.
Like, when them niggas start colonizing that shit, we gonna have so much money that we know the secret and we got some shit up there
already
too.
established. There we go.
Because they already doing it now. But we not at that level yet where they gave us the intel. So we gonna have the intel.
I like that. That's my last question. I just wanted to know where you was going.
We gonna tell all the black people, like, nigga, that's how you use your life insurance to be a bank.
We gonna get a chartered rocket like they used to do the bus trips.
What if it's, all right, I'm gonna fuck your head up real quick, right? Because we got like 5 more minutes. What if space isn't up and it's down?
I believe that.
Fuck.
That galactic shit, hey dad, that's me and my father's shit.
Why do you believe that?
Because when you ever heard about the this is the I don't know if it's the myth, but I've heard that NASA was originally a water mission.
Okay.
Oh shit.
That's some deeper, darker.
Right?
All right.
But they went a little too far, got a little too much, and then they went up.
Oh, you think something might have scared them or something?
I do.
I think I have
But
heard that.
It's articles
Yeah.
out there about that. But what if space is really in the water?
That's why I don't do cruises and shit, man.
Nah, y'all tripping. Cruises is fun.
I don't know what's in that water.
Not that shit. Yo,
It's fine. Y'all tripping.
Nah, fuck
When I
that.
went on a cruise, and the crazy part, my first cruise, it was a storm. We was in a storm. We was in a storm. But I'm also a water sign. I love water.
Nigga,
Like,
I've seen some shit the other day. A nigga did a cruise review of a $30 cruise.
A what?
A $30 cruise.
for how long?
About 7 days.
Damn. How he get
left
that?
from the port of Miami. Because it's a singles cruise.
Oh, okay.
They was swerving all over that goddamn boat, man. That shit was nasty.
Nasty
Bro. Nasty word, bro. I seen the room like, oh, fuck no. Oh, no. Disgusting. Well, Nay, thank you so much for coming. I appreciate
Thank you for
and your time,
having
yo. You're more than welcome to come back anytime. Live from the Kitchen, episode 20. We out this bitch. I will see